I'm looking forward to the fight. I think it's a great rivalry, and especially at a time when college football rivalries are going to the wayside. This may be one of the few survivors. So, I think everyone's really excited about playing the game.
Easy game too. You just get in the car and you get here and play. Same thing going over there.
Yeah, you give the given the proximity of the states to each other, and it just makes for a great matchup. And we saw it last week when we were in D.C. Obviously, we have a large contingent of. This is a first for you guys, probably. Coach picking up chapstick right now. But we have a fairly large contingent of alumni in D.C. and Maryland, and so I expect the atmosphere to be great, and we're looking forward to hosting.
Well, not only that, the school pulls a lot of students from that area, so it's not just football players, but it's student, the whole deal.
No, yeah, there are a lot of storylines kind of throughout this rivalry, so it's important for a lot of reasons, but for us, it's just to get to our goal of where we want to be. Every game needs to come into the win column, so we're preparing so we can put ourselves in a good position.
One last question here about on the field. They've got an inexperienced quarterback, so it's going to be probably important that you give him things and maybe he sees things he's not seeing, that kind of thing.
Right. I always tell our guys that sometimes when it comes to disguise, you end up tricking yourself. So I think that what we're going to do going into the game is we just want to make sure that we understand our assignment on every play, and we'll let the defensive line, the guys up front, play their positions. We'll play ours, but I think we're just going to just play them straight up and just test our skills against theirs.
Your defense was stressed a little bit last week. You had a couple goal line stands, so that was good to see under some different circumstances, right?
Right, absolutely. I mean, it's. You take the goal line stands, you take the sudden changes, the safety, and playing after safety. I mean, those are some situations that sometimes you can go 2 or 3 seasons without really seeing. I'm thinking about the safety in particular. So, for us, we saw a lot of great situations early on that we can teach from and that we have taught from, over the past couple of days. So I think our defense has seen a lot of good situations early.
I know you teach them and coach them to play hard regardless, but it is hard playing defense when you're up 28 or 35. The focus isn't always there. I know you try to get it, but you know what I mean?
Well, no, I can't. I mean, because, for us, at the end of the day, it's all about total defense and points allowed. And so, even if you're up 28, even if you've only given up three points, you just don't want to give up another 7 to get to 10. And we're going to be a really good defense when our first and second unit takes it very personal when points are scored. And I've told my guys, I said, listen, we're one team when it comes to special teams, offense, and defense, but we have to think from the defensive unit. And so what the offense does and the success that they have has absolutely nothing to do with our performance. So if we win 69-34, that's not as good as 69-3, 69-10. We want to keep people out of the end zone regardless of how many points we score.
Well, how do you keep a kid's attention and focus to detail when they're up 35 and they know they give up one? It's no big deal.
And I always say there are limits to what coaches can do, but you would hope a kid would have some pride to say, I don't want a person to score a touchdown on me.
So you make it personal.
Yeah, and I always tell guys, listen, I can't correct lazy players and I can't correct players who don't have any pride. So anyone who's content with having touchdowns scored on you, then it's my job to go on the recruiting trail and find people who are competitive, and it's my job to find people in the building who can replace you, because we can't be a unit that says, oh, Gino's thrown 7 touchdowns, let's put it down, because I guarantee you by December the 1st, we will be in a game where it's going to be tight and we're going to be fighting it, tooth and nail. So we've got to approach every game exactly.
So competition kind of takes care of that a little bit?
Oh, yeah, and pride, hopefully. Yeah. I mean, hopefully. I hope I have some guys in the building that don't want people to score touchdowns on them. If not, then I'm not doing my job either from a recruiting or a coaching standpoint.